So thank you guys again. Right now I have Nina Ramirez actually with me, and she is a total boss mama. She joined in August on the 21st of 2020. She's already hit a producer in the Paparazzi year of 2020, Life of the Party Gold, and Crown Club member 10. So Nina, thank you so much for taking the time to go ahead and just answer some of the questions to help our audience just grow in paparazzi. So my first question to you is, I had a chance to get to know you and actually hear your why story, but I would love our audience just to get to know you a little bit better and why you actually started paparazzi. Can you share that with us?
Sure. Okay, so June of last year, 2020, my husband of 16 years passed away from COVID. And so, you have to learn how to live a different life. Your new normal is beginning. So, after everybody goes home, all your friends and family and everybody that's been with you, you try to figure out what is it that you do? What do you do with your life now? And so I got to watching Facebook. And then I started watching a few friends. They were selling paparazzi, and I had no idea what it was. I had never heard of paparazzi. I just didn't even know what they were doing, but it looked like they were having fun. So I started watching them, and I started buying a lot of jewelry. So I think that's how we all get into this, is that we started loving the jewelry. So it started really occupying my time and being like that comfort for me, hearing them speak and just the friendships that I was getting from watching them. And then I felt like I was connecting also with their friends. It was just, it was a different world. It was different for me. I've never done that. And then one day I decided, hey, you know what? I think I can do this, because I knew I needed to do something to keep myself busy. I had retired. I worked for the state government for 30 years, and I retired 2019. So at the time of my husband's death, I was selling life insurance. Well, you can imagine, like, you don't want to sell life insurance. That's not fun. I didn't want to talk about death. I wanted something fun. I wanted to bring a smile to my face and others. So really, that is why I joined Paparazzi. And then I realized that the vehicle that Paparazzi offers me, I use that money to gift others with just different things, whether it's dinner, doing something fun, a small little vacation, and stuff like that. So that's what my Paparazzi income was going to do for me.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. That was very inspiring. And I know everybody has a loved one in their life, and they will never get replaced, or nor we have something to replace them with. But it at least helped you find and connect with a whole nother family to help just bring that joy back into your life. But thank you for sharing your story. I really appreciate that. Next is Paparazzi mission statement has the key phrase, changing the world $5 at a time. What are a few things that you're doing to live by that actual statement?
So, I know it's like, okay, it's $5 jewelry, it's jewelry, but it puts a smile on people's face. I mean, I have seen, whether it's my customers, ladies that usually don't wear anything. I have one lady that is a friend of mine from church, and, she was going through cancer treatment, and just for her to be able to put on a beautiful necklace, because she didn't have any hair, a beautiful necklace, or maybe some earrings, put a smile on her face. And she actually reached out to me and told me that she looks forward to watching me. So that inspires me. She inspires me. So yeah, it's $5 jewelry, but it does change. I've seen team members just come out of their shells and be outgoing, or they maybe they just didn't have very many friends, and now they have lots of friends, and a whole sisterhood, and the brothers too. But yeah, so that's what it is to me. That $5 jewelry is much bigger than just the jewelry.
That's good. And when I thought about that statement, changing the world $5 at a time, it really changes us, just being able to blossom into that true flower that we really are. Convention was a blast. And I know Peggy Marullo is your sponsor. What was one of the things you loved about being her convention buddy?
Well, okay, so Peggy and I go back a little bit. We actually went to high school together, but it was one of those relationships in high school where it was like we just kind of knew who each other were, like, hey, and that kind of thing, and then signed each other's yearbook at the end of the year. Well, that was a long time ago. She was one of the ones I saw on Facebook selling the jewelry, and I just saw, her beautiful face, and we really did connect. And she is my upline, but we have connected on a friendship level, and it was nice to spend that time with her and just getting to know her, and she kept me motivated. I kept telling her, oh, I don't like to do that. Like, I don't like to go to the concerts. And if you know Peggy, she likes to have fun. And so she's like, oh, no, Nina, we're going to the concerts. You're not backing out. So she really inspired me to keep going. And then I saw her having fun, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to have fun too. And a couple of the concerts, I lost myself, and I was jamming away and having a great time. But yeah, so she was a great buddy. I couldn't have asked for somebody more gracious and just kind, and it was so easy to get along with her.
That's good. Oh, sounds like so much fun. And yeah, the concerts were amazing. They really were. So, who was your favorite person you got to meet at convention, and tell me why?
Now, there was a lot of ladies that I really wanted to meet, including you, because I grew up in Hawaii, and I watch your videos, and so it was nice to meet all of my Papa sisters. But Rochelle Beachy, she was one of the first people that I had seen, as far as our upline and them training us, and because I have already met Danielle Baker, so I had the privilege of meeting her in January. So, and I feel like she's an old friend of mine for forever as well. But so Rochelle, I only saw her through our video trainings, and never really got to connect with her. But when I met her, she knew who I was. I was very impressed, because I was like, oh, you know who I am? She has a big team, and she was the sweetest lady. And so she inspires me all the time. I love her words that she gives us, even when she's just doing training, just the words of wisdom, keep going. She has inspired me several times to, get up and keep going. So, that was who I really wanted to meet. And it was nice that I got an opportunity to do that.
Good. I know she was. And for her to host that awards party was just so awesome. We had a really good.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know a lot of work went into that for her and Merle. So all right. I like to avoid using the word recruiting. It's just so strong. So let's use the word sponsoring, okay? So sponsoring seems to be a struggle for many, and we know you have a secret sauce to it. So what is your main ingredient that you can tell our viewers to do that will help expand their team?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just be yourself, and be genuine. I mean, be kind to others. Take them where they want to be. People join your team for all different reasons, and get to know the reason why. And then, lead them the way they want to be led. If you don't know, ask them. And so I feel like that is the secret sauce, to guide them. You're here to, lead the way. And if they want to follow you, then great. And if they have different missions, then let's see what it is. And, everybody brings something great to the table. So I say, just be yourself, take everybody for where they're at.
That's good. And I'm going to reiterate that again. So be yourself, take the best from everything that you learn and just make it you, because that's what's going to make you genuine about everything. Also, like Nina said, ask them why. Why did you join Paparazzi? What do you want to get out of it? It's only going to help them grow more individually, and their success is really your success. Being able to see your team members grow and flourish into what they really should be, that's a huge feeling of fulfillment in that aspect. And then lead them well. Like Nina said, you got to lead by example. If you're telling your team to do something, you better be doing it yourself, right? That's what a true leader is. Nina, thank you. Now, what is one thing you learned at convention that you are actually implementing in your business today?
So I really was affected by John Paul Gonzalez.
Mm.
I loved his story. You know, he told us about a situation where his mother was told, you know, that he wasn't going to be a viable human, you know, and she was like, nope, I'm taking him how he is, you know. And I was a single parent, and, you know, I know what that's like. You know, you have everything against you, and you're like, no, I'm all in. I'm going to take this child and I'm going to raise him, and he's going to be a great human, you know. And I did that, and so his story touched me in that way. But then as I listened to him more, and his all-in slogan, you know, it I use that in every part of my life without knowing that. And I feel like you know, in my business, in my relationships with people, you know, when I love you, I'm all in. For my business and my partners, you know, in my business, I'm all in. So, you know, him giving us the coin and telling us, you know, write all in on it and initial it, and then have it somewhere where, you know, you can look at it all the time to remind you, like, yes, we're all in. And so, you know, I got a lot of inspiration from him and, you know, what he said.
That's good. Yeah. And we totally are all in. What I thought was very amazing was the poker chip, because when you actually put your entire bet in, you're all in. And I thought that was such a great slogan that went really good with something that we could actually have as a keepsake. And remember, it is always out of sight, out of mind. So make sure you always have that nearby so you can always remember, yeah, you know, and reminisce on that actual training that we had. It was a great session, I'd have to say. I am so excited for your journey with Paparazzi. This upcoming 2021 year is going to be a blast. You are just continuing to grow in the ranks and expand your team. So I'm so proud of you on behalf as another Papa sister and part of the Elite Rockstar team. So I want to thank you again for taking your time to do this interview. And before we end this meeting, was there a shout out that you wanted to do?
Well, I always want to give a shout out to my team in Arizona. So I love you guys. And all the new Papa sisters that I've met, I love you guys. And our leaders, Peggy, you know, love you, girl. And Danielle Baker, love you so much. So those are my shout outs to those ladies.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nina. Have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nina, again for that interview. We really appreciate your advice and your story. Stay tuned for more interviews coming up regarding this convention. Now, if you're interested in joining the Shine with Aloha team, please contact me at shinewithaloha@gmail.com. You can also reach me on Facebook at Shine with Aloha and also on Instagram at shinewithaloha808. We'd love to have you on the team. Be blessed, and don't forget to let God's light and love shine through you. Aloha.